Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Cohn Phone. It's Sunday. And if you watched yesterday, you know today is Char Doll's debut. He said he wanted to go first because he has to go somewhere at 10:30. He said he's a little salty that Cy gets to go first all the time. Cy is just quick on the draw, I got to say. It's like the Wild West out here. He's always clicking first. But we've agreed that Char Doll's going first today, and he said he was going to get snazzy. I came in here looking kind of bummy yesterday, so I'm trying to get snazzy too. So that's what you have to look forward to today. But I wanted to start a few minutes early and share what's on my mind. So I've been really hard on Kyle Shanahan recently. And it's funny, like you critique him, and then there's always a wave of supporters who are like, well, if you fire him, he'll be the first head coach hired immediately. It's like, well, hold on. No one said that the Niners should fire Kyle Shanahan. I'm not saying he's not a good coach. I do think he's a good coach. I think he has a lot of good qualities. So anyway, I'll get to that another time. What I was saying is, so I've been tough on him, and I get in these little arguments on Twitter with people who have like 4 followers and no picture, which is, on me. That's my bad. And they make good points. I mean, such good points. I wonder if they're Kyle Shanahan burner count. No, I'm wondering. But what I'm saying is, it always comes down to this. I keep using his record against him. I admit that's disingenuous because we all knew he took over scorched earth. This team was terrible, and it was like a 3-year plan. He was going to lose the first 2 years. It's kind of hard to hold the first 2 years against him. So now you're just basically looking at 2019 and 2020. And the Kyle Shanahan supporters believe that 2019 is the embodiment of what he is, and that 2020 was a fluke. 2019 was the natural progression. It's what he's going to be. And that 2020, people got hurt. What are you going to do? People who were skeptical might look at it the opposite way, that, that 2019 was the fluke. That was the one year that he won. Every other year has gone the same way. Injuries, lots of losses. So it seems like the question right now is, what has he built? We're entering year 5. He had a blank canvas. He's entering year 5. You can't really hold Trent Baalke and Chip Kelly again. You can't use that excuse anymore. This is his creation. He hired the general manager, the training staff, everyone. When I asked what has he built, a large segment of fans said the best roster in the NFC. I guess it looked that way 2 years ago. It didn't look that way last year, but it might be. My question to you is, do the Niners have the best roster in the NFC? I'm curious. I mean, I guess I could see the argument for it. It was the best roster in the NFC 2 years ago, but it doesn't seem like it's as deep as it used to be. It's old. It's injury prone. I don't know the answer. That's my question to you. Do the Niners have the best roster in the NFC? Has Kyle Shanahan built a juggernaut that just was injured last year? I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of skeptical, as you guys can tell, but I thought the Niners would go 6-10 in 2019. They went 13-3. So what the hell do I know? I'm asking you. I don't know. I'm not going to give a prediction. All right, it's almost Char Doll time. It's 9:59. I wanted to comment first because I got to get ready. I have appointment to watch Char Doll. All right, it is Char Doll time. So let's let him go first. Don't click in right away. Let him get a shot. Okay, hold on. I'm going to put it in the description. Boom, it's in there. And the chat. Remember, I'm not trying to fire Kyle Shanahan. And I think he's a good coach. I think he could do better. I'm trying to help. And my question is, how good is the roster he's built? It's his blank canvas. All right, it's Char Doll time. I'm going to make sure he goes first. Same rules apply. Char Doll goes first. And if you didn't get to go yesterday, I'm going to do my best to pump you up the line. Cy's already waiting, but it would really crush Char Doll if Cy went before him. So I'm going to have to wait. There he is. Here he is. Okay, he's ready. He's ready. I'm just going to give him a second. He's just getting his stuff together. Oh, guys. Oh, guys. I'm excited. You guys ready? Are you guys ready? You guys ready? Charles, you ready? He's not quite ready. Hold on. Let's give him a minute. He's getting his stuff together. Hold on. I want this to be. It's getting snazzy. Okay, here he is. All right, here we go. Char Doll, I'm going to count you down. All right, I'm going to put you live in 5, 4, 3, 2. And look who. Hold on. Turn it down. Oh. Here, let's test the audio.
So
okay.
So some
Char Doll, how are you?
I'm great. It's great
Good.
to be
You look
hosted for my
snazzy.
first time on the show, man. This
You
is
look
what I've been
fantastic.
waiting for, and I finally my dream came true.
Really? I'm glad. I'm so
I'm
glad
so
you got the
happy
shades.
you were able to make this adjustment for me.
Oh,
I love you
absolutely,
so
man.
much, man. You're the best.
I love you too, Char
You're
Doll.
the best, man. You're the
You're the
best
best.
in the business.
Oh, thanks, man. Okay, what are we
Yeah.
talking about today?
So my question, my first, I would like to bring up, I just want to talk about the Euro Cup incident that happened yesterday with Ericsson collapsing on the field during the Denmark
Oh,
versus Finland soccer
I
game.
did see that.
Very, very shocking moment for the whole team. Just huddle. I mean,
Yeah,
because
the
he's
reaction.
such a great like icon on like a midfielder on the Danish soccer team.
Is he?
So
I've never heard of
it's
him.
just so shocking that he just decided to collapse on the field all of a sudden.
Can you tell me
Um,
what happened?
right by
It's
the
because you know much more
at
about
the
soccer
end of
than me.
halftime.
Could you tell me what happened?
So it was a very chilling moment in the like for anybody who's a fan of European soccer,
Hmm.
like football, like not
Hmm.
American football, but like the European football, like the
Hmm.
other football.
Ah,
So
got it. Yes, I see what you're
very,
saying.
very,
Yes,
very
soccer.
shocking incident. I was
Oh,
watching the game and I was very shocked when I saw him just all of a sudden fall on the field for no apparent reason.
is he okay?
And then they had medics around him, and then they tried to, do CPR on him to make him recover. So it's a good thing that he recovered. I wish him the best of luck and everything. He's a star on the Danish soccer team. So I
Okay.
just wish him the best of luck and everything.
Well,
So
that's very nice of you. I'm sure he'll
yeah,
appreciate
I
that.
wish
You
him the
said that.
best of luck
Me
because
too.
I don't watch European soccer that much, but that was something I just report on that. It was very sad.
You were watching it yesterday and it shocked you. Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Well, that was a nice one,
and
Char. What else?
The other thing is that which players you think the 49ers should re-sign in 2021?
Mm. Ooh,
Are
that's
there
a good
any
question.
are there any specific players that you really like to see back, or are you just kind of like I want this player to be re-signed, I want that player to be re-signed,
Man, you
or
blindsided me with
you
this
don't
one.
have any in mind right
Let
now?
me listen. Let me think of some. Well, Jason Verrett will be a free agent. That's one guy right there. Jason Verrett, Fred Warner will be a free agent if they don't re-sign him. That's two. Um, Lakin Tomlinson can go. What do you think about that? I wouldn't re-sign Lakin. No
I
offense.
don't know who they should re-sign. I
You
mean,
know,
I
yeah,
don't know which
that's why you're
do they
asking
need a
me.
good player like a wide receiver, maybe a quarterback, maybe a offensive lineman,
Yeah.
somebody like
I'm
that to kind of like add to the depth for the
absolutely. You
team.
could always add to the depth. I'm just trying to think
Because
of
they
which
might
free.
need like a quarter, maybe like one quarterback, maybe a wide receiver, maybe
Yeah,
a O lineman, something like that, just to kind of
probably.
like
I
make
would
it up,
agree.
go higher, so
Yeah, I think
teams will be
so.
successful
Yeah,
in the
absolutely.
future.
Maybe they get a wide receiver next year. Yeah, that's a tough
But
question. That was a
yeah,
tough one, man. I feel like I'm not doing a good job. I'm sorry. I tried. My bad. It's okay though. They have a lot
and
of time to figure it out. Okay, what's your next question?
my third question is what's your prediction for the score in the season in the 2021 season? What's your prediction of the like this like what the record,
Mm,
the like your overall record? How many wins or losses do you think this 2021 season is gonna look like?
I think 11 wins and
In your
six losses.
opinion,
11 wins and six losses. What do you think?
do you think the 49ers are gonna have more wins on the board, or do you think they're gonna have more I mean, are they gonna have more wins on the
Yeah.
board? Like, are they going to show that they have more wins
Mm.
and less losses?
Oh,
Or
I think they're. I think they're going to have more wins than losses. I
you
think they're
think
going
they're
to have
going to
11 wins and six
you,
losses,
you
and
think they're
11
going
is
to have more
almost twice as.
wins?
Yeah, I think they're going to have more wins. I think so. What do you think? Almost twice as many wins as losses. That's what I think.
I think it's going to look pretty I think it's going to be pretty fun to see in the season how, the outcome is going to be. Like
Yeah, I think so too.
how it's going to look like, cuz it's going to be very fun to see that.
That's the best
I'm
part about
looking
football,
forward
right?
to it.
That you don't know.
How Cuz I don't know. I mean,
You can't predict the
who knows
future.
how the season's going to be?
That's the thing.
Players might get injured, players might get out, bad things might happen.
True.
You never know.
You
Just
never know.
you have to roll with it and see how roll with the changes and see how everything pans out to be.
You know what's just like that too?
Mm.
Life. Life is
How
just
else are
like
you
that
gonna,
too.
how else are you gonna know about it this
Yeah, you
season?
just kind of roll with the punches and see what happens and enjoy the
Yeah, you
ride.
got to roll with it. Roll with the
You got to roll
punches.
with it. Yeah, you got to roll with the
Yeah.
punches. Yep, absolutely, man. Hey, what do you got going on at 10:30 today? How come you had to leave so quick?
I don't at Great America I don't work today.
Oh,
Yeah, I get a Sunday day off cuz I'm taking a day Sunday off
you
just to
work so hard.
cuz I work 7 days a week and I'm going to get very tired if I work full like 8 days in a week. So
Yeah,
I
you
try
don't
to
want to
take
work
one day
8 days in
off.
a week for sure.
Spend time with my friends, do
Are you gonna hang out with
something,
your friends today?
what like kind of spend time with do stuff with my friends. Maybe my friends are doing something, they want me to like do something with them,
That's great.
hang
That's
out
great,
with
man.
them, do
That's
whatever.
cool. Well, look, you're the star of the show. You did a great job today. You'll be back next
But it
week.
was really nice coming on and being my first caller cuz
Yeah,
I know that Sai's always the first caller and that kind of makes me feel bad that every time I try to call in I try to beat Sai to it, but then he beats me to it.
Sai's good.
For the
Sai
first
is
caller,
good.
because I try to do my best to be the first caller, but then he beats me to it
He's
for the
good.
first caller.
You got to give some respect.
So
You got to tip
I
your hat.
beat him
You got to
today for
tip
the
your hat.
first caller. I
Yes,
beat
you
Sai
did.
today.
You beat Sai. You're the winner
I'm
today. You're the
excited.
winner. Yeah, me too. Me too.
This is
Hey, when you
this is
hang
the
out with your
first.
friends today, show them the video so they can see what you did.
I'm trying to look like Barry Baller 18 on his Facebook with the sunglasses.
That's great.
See
You
the
do look like Gary Ball.
sunglasses.
I see him.
Barry
Yeah,
Baller 18 also got the sunglasses on.
that's
I'm
true.
trying to look like him.
Yeah, me
More
too.
snazzier version of Barry Baller 18.
A snazzier version of Barry Ball.
Like
Hey,
you should
shots
tell him that
fired.
I look. I'm trying to compete with him and look more snazzier
Yeah, but I'll tell him that you're trying to
than
compete, but you look better than him. I'll
Barry
tell him that you
Baller
look better than
18.
him. Yeah, I'll tell him that you look better than him.
He might like it if you tell him that
I think he will.
that
I'll tell him.
I look more snazzier than him. Like I got the
Yes,
coat
yes.
on. I got
Yeah.
the sunglasses. I got the hair.
You do got the hair. That's one thing they can't ever take away from you, Char Doll. You
Everything
definitely got the hair.
looks so good.
Everything.
I mean,
It does.
yeah.
It does. All right, Char Doll. I wish we could do this
But
longer. I gotta take Sai. He's
I
been waiting
gotta
patiently.
I gotta get going to that thing at 10:30, so I don't want to get late. So it was really great coming on for my first call, and I'll continue
See you next
to
time.
maybe we should look forward to doing a one-on-one with me and you. That would be really cool. I'm really looking forward to having a one-on-one show because that would be cool.
Well, I think this was a
Everybody can
one-on-one show. I
comment, say
think
what they
you
want,
make it a one-on-one show every week, man.
but
You steal the
just
show.
wanna say that all the fans out there who support me and watch me every single day, just wanna say keep doing it, keep watching me. I just like all my fans. They never put me down.
That's true.
They keep watching me every single day. So that's my fans are very like energetic. The Char Doll fans out there,
It's true. Char Doll, are you gonna
the
start a
Niner
YouTube channel?
fans out there,
One, are you gonna start a
they
YouTube
are
channel? Two, are you gonna start a
they're
Twitter
great.
account? That's my two
I mean,
questions.
just
Are you gonna start a YouTube channel? Are you gonna start a Twitter account? YouTube channel, Twitter account. Are you gonna start them? People want to know.
I gotta what?
Are you gonna start a Twitter account? Are you gonna start a YouTube channel?
I'm gonna try and start a YouTube channel.
There you go. There you go. Let us know.
I
I gotta take Sai.
Yeah, but I'll try and come on next time, but
You'll
I
always
have
be.
to
Yeah, go have a great day.
but I have to get up going. I have to get to going in 20 minutes right now, so I'll see you later.
Always
Nice to talk
great
to you,
job.
Grant.
Great,
I look
great
pretty
job.
great, right?
You look fantastic.
I tried to look as well as best as I could for you.
You
For my
look
debut
you
show.
look very
First
handsome.
caller.
You're a handsome man.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Take care, Char Doll.
Take care, Grant. Have a nice day.
You too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It just went down. Ryan says MC Steel Yo Girl. Yeah, I'd say that's a good name for him. Hold on, let me just take the comments real quick and then I'm gonna get you Sai. People need to have, we need to hear what people said. Hold on. If I missed you, I'm sorry. There was a lot of Sai there. It happened fast. We got to get Char Doll some tickets. We got to get us some headphones too. Did I miss all that? Oh, B Money says Char Doll is looking like so fly today. Thank you, B Money. I'm sorry I can't put it on the screen. I lost it. That went on for very long, but it was worth it. And I'm sure I missed a couple more. So let me know and I'll put them on the screen. I'm very sorry. It got away from me. It was Char Doll. I was mesmerized. All right, it's Sai time. Thank you very much. How you doing, Sai?
I don't even know how I can go after this.
He knows he has fans. He's a totally different person now. I love this guy.
I know. Yeah, it's always his. Like whenever he wants to go first, it's always his. Like
It's all yeah. Go ahead, baby. All right. What's
exactly.
What's on your
And
mind?
this Cohn phone, his show. Like so, this is his.
It's the Char
Show.
Doll phone.
Yeah, exactly. It's
It's
a
the Char
Char
Doll
Doll
phone.
phone. So,
Yes.
but yeah, that was so nice. Yeah, it's great to see him like sort of come out, right? And for some of us who have been watching Char Doll for I don't
If
know
he had
many
a shell,
months.
it's gone.
Exactly.
It's
And
gone.
every week
Yeah.
that confidence is building up, building up. I mean, it's
I love
so
it. Yeah.
yeah, it's just
To the point, I wasn't
wonderful.
expecting shades. I wasn't expecting shades.
Yeah,
That was
exactly.
that was great. It was a nice touch. And he
Correct.
really was like, "Hey, Bay Area baller, I like his look, but I'm better looking." I was like,
Yeah,
"Yeah, I
I'm
like."
better. Like, yeah, exactly. So he's
I
like,
love that confidence.
yeah, exactly. He's like,
Yeah.
he's out to get me. He's out to get Bay Area baller. And
Hey, how you feel about that, Bay Area baller?
yeah,
You know what? I'm just trying to get my Char Doll on. I'm trying to get on his level.
yeah,
Hey, you're next. You're next. You're next. Sorry. All right, sorry.
but yeah, that was funny. Anyways, Grant, I wanted to start off first with congratulating you for becoming the #1 YouTube channel in Bay Area.
Thank you.
That I thought that was pretty. The interesting thing is like all of us fans feel we played a role in it. We feel a part of it. So I think that's something
You
that you have
absolutely
created.
did. Yes, you
Exactly.
absolutely
So
did. It's all of us. It's a
it's
win for
all
all
of
of us.
us. Yeah, I
Yes.
think that's wonderful. Uh, so what I wanted to talk today, Grant, was about Kyle's leadership. Obviously, there has been so much talk this week about Kyle in different ways, but I wanted to talk specifically about his leadership. And
Mm.
here is what struck me. So one is, of course, when we as fans get to watch Kyle's interviews and the different press conferences, it always feels that he's not taking the ownership, right, of things. Like as a leader, the number one thing is you take ownership of things, and whether it comes to all the injuries, hey, the buck stops with you.
Yep.
When it comes to the Super Bowl loss, the buck stops with you.
Right.
Um, but on the other hand, if you look at all the players around him, they just love Kyle. They seem to be fascinated. In fact, I was listening to this interview of Eric Cocker of DJ Reed, the guy who was
Mm.
cut last year with the injuries. And
Mhm.
Eric mentioned, hey, like, I mean, how is it to play for Pete Carroll, who's a players coach? And DJ immediately jumped in and said, like, whoa, like Kyle is like so good with his
Mm.
players. And he went on supporting Kyle. And we have heard even John Lynch talk about like, hey, how he thought he was not sure whether Kyle was a leader, but then he was so impressed on how great a
Mm.
leader he was in front of the players. So here's
Mm.
my uh, ask or request to Kyle, right? And I think you have mentioned this as well a little bit, is show a little bit of that leadership more to the fans as well.
Mm.
Because again, for us as fans, we're always looking at the head coach and the players, and we are inspired by the leadership of these people, right?
Yeah.
And the interviews and press conferences, I mean, those are the avenues for fans to get a chance to look at his leadership qualities. And if he's not coming across and he just acts like, hey, I don't care, and that usual pose of Kyle, like, hey, like, I don't
Yeah.
like the press, I don't like the media, what he's depriving is the fans of a chance
Yes.
to get a view at his leadership, because
Right.
it's very clear that he has a different personality in front of his players than what the
True.
fans get to see.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
what I've
I
heard
want to
too.
get
There's
yeah.
an authenticity with him that I guess resonates with a lot of players, and that's great. And also, they know that he can make them money, right? He can help them get open. He can help their careers, so they respect him. I guess that's a really good point. If that exists inside you, why not let the fans see it too?
Yeah,
That would only help. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the best way to do it is by speaking more about those in front of the media, right, and the interviews and the press conference. And I don't know why he's holding back, but that would be my ask to Kyle. And the other minor point, again related to leadership, and you had mentioned this as well, is having the ability. I mean, this is something I don't know whether Kyle is still learning or he needs to get better at, is looking at the macro versus the micro, right?
Mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
this is maybe something, and obviously we don't know, but maybe something that I feel that everybody, all of us, and needs to grow in that. And I feel that even when I look at a lot of people, including myself, we all grew. Like when you are an expert at what you do, as you become a leader, you got to be more and more into this delegation mode, and you
Yes.
cannot worry about the little things. We always say hey, you have to look the forest for the trees, right?
Right.
You can't, yeah, you just cannot be focused on. And even Jed York in one of the interviews, he was talking about how Kyle was like so zoned in with this once they traded up to get to that third pick, like you couldn't even like come near him. And because like I feel that he worries too much about all the little things, which is good. Like, I mean, which shows that he cares about
Right.
things. But at the same
Yeah.
time, as a leader, you got to take a step back and look at the big picture. But I thought that when you talked about it, that was fascinating. But I don't know if you had any other thoughts on that.
Oh yeah. On his leadership, I mean, it must exist, right? He has his personality that's for the players. We'd like to see it too. The thing that he said, I mean, not really backing Garoppolo after the Super Bowl. His little plea to fans to leave him alone at soccer games. I mean, it's the wrong move. I think he'd be better off just saying, yeah, like, I mean, here's the thing about him. Like you said, the micro and the macro. He used to have an issue with this team with penalties. And I used to ask him about it in press conferences. And every time he'd be like, yeah, I know all the penalties. We had this penalty. We had that penalty. We had that penalty. We had that penalty. None of them are related. We don't have a penalty problem. Okay, well, you do that every time. You just like look at the micro and say, okay, there's no real correlation here. What do you want me to say? Like, okay, well, they keep happening. So how? I mean, it's the same thing with injuries. Exactly. You can just go through each one and say, well, they're not related.
Correct.
If you don't want them to be related, then they're not related.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe he worries about it, like he doesn't show us. But you got to, as a leader, you got to delegate. You got to see the forest for the trees.
Yeah. Macro versus micro, Kyle.
Macro.
Thank you very much, Sai.
Thanks, Grant, and go Char Doll.
Hey, you were right about the soft landing of Trey Lance as well. So I think you're in Kyle's head. You get it. I appreciate
it. That part fascinates me always. So.
Yes, absolutely. All right, Sai. See you next time.
See you.
Right. Philip says best roster, no, but there's interchangeable passing, rushing, receiving pieces on offense. Lance, Samuel, Mostert, etc. that provide a superior advantage. I love those players. How many games are they going to give you though? All right, let me get some people who weren't on yesterday. We got to get Ben Barry, a baller, on here because you got called out, man. How's it feel?
Hey, that's the highlight of my day, getting called out by Char Doll. And you know what? He inspired me to step up my game because he's looking snazzy. I want to get a collared shirt on, comb my hair. So Char Doll, shout out to you.
Shout out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, Grant, I want to touch on D'Amico Ryans. And
let's talk about it.
A couple weeks back, we were trying to figure out his coaching tree, right? Like what defensive coordinators has he played under? And I had thought Romeo Crennel, but no, Crennel was gone. Or no, D'Amico was gone by the time Romeo Crennel got there. So I had to do a dive and figure.
Was it Wade at first? Wade Phillips?
He had Wade Phillips for 1 year. That was actually his last season in Houston. When he started out, so his whole tenure with the Texans, Gary Kubiak was the head coach. Right. So he didn't have that defensive presence as the head coach.
True.
So he kind of had that second market bottom tier defensive coordinator.
Who was it?
So he started out, it was Richard Smith, who was mostly a linebacker coach, but he was the DC with the Texans. Then he got fired. They brought in Frank Bush. Right. These are names that, I'm not familiar with. I don't expect you to be familiar with them.
No.
Right. Frank Bush. He got fired. Then that's when Wade Phillips came in for 1 year. And that was actually the 1 year they had a really good defense.
Yeah.
But after that, he was
Wade
gone.
Phillips, the truth. Yeah.
He was gone. He went to Philly, linked up with your boy, Chip Kelly. And over there, it was a disaster defensively over there as well. So I'm still searching. I don't know who his guy is going to be to rely on. You know, when you got to make a call schematically, you know,
dude,
I don't know who he's going to turn to.
It's Saleh. I don't know how much time Saleh's got for him, but Saleh, would his guy was Gus Bradley, he was a coordinator. He had more time. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. Saleh's kind of busy.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that leads, I want to talk about the linebackers and Fred Warner.
Yeah.
We all love this guy. And Grant, what do you think makes Fred Warner so exceptional and a perennial all-pro player? Like, what are his strengths?
Okay. I think what makes him so exceptional is that he has nothing but strengths and no weaknesses. Because I feel like, you know, Devin White runs faster, hits harder. I like Devin White, but the combination of everything, the smarts, the coverage, the leadership, the durability makes him the best. That's what puts him over the top. He has no weaknesses.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's good at everything. And the one thing that he is just absolutely head over heels above the other linebackers at is when he drops into zone coverage. True. Right? The way he drops into zone, and he's so aware, because some linebackers or just defensive players, when they drop into zone, they're just guarding grass and they don't have the awareness of who's coming around. Fred has that awareness, like the pick on Mahomes in the Super Bowl, right? Yep. Tyreek Hill's running at him. He sees him, undercuts the route. That's where I love Fred Warner, his spatial awareness.
He's so big. I mean, 6'3" in that underneath zone. That's a big guy to throw over. If you're trying to throw, I mean, he's just taking up a lot of space. He's perfect for that zone coverage.
Absolutely. And another linebacker I like on the defense is Azeez Al-Shaair. I like Azeez because I think he also has some of those skills where he's got good quickness, good awareness. So I'm higher on Azeez Al-Shaair than I feel like a lot of other guys.
Have consistently developed linebackers well. It's when they've like brought in free agent linebackers that they've gotten in trouble. They do a very good job of developing young guys here. Fred, Azeez, Dre, Flanagan, Fowles. They do a good job.
Yeah, and you know what? Yeah. D'Amico can take credit for that because you feel like he spent a lot of time with those linebackers.
No question.
Hey, Grant, last thing I want to do, I want to let the Cohn heads know at 4 p.m. today, I'm going live with an NFC West deep dive where I'm breaking down all the teams in the NFC West from a roster depth chart standpoint. I got a special guest, my first special guest I'm bringing on my channel. So stay tuned, Grant. If you're free at 4 p.m., you might not want to miss this one.
I'm going to check it out and make sure you send it out so I can retweet it. DM me.
Hey, you're the man.
You're the man. Hey, we got to meet up in the creek soon. We got to meet up in the creek soon. Hit me up.
Catch you next time.
All right, next time. I want to get Gavin in real quick because it's late in Wales. It's like nighttime in Wales.
Yes, Wales! What's going on, Mr. Cohn?
How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I got you a new view today. I got another special place. This is like 2 minutes around the corner from my house. This is where I walk the dog. Do my girls over there.
Wow.
Yeah, like an angel.
You look like you live in the nicest place of all time. Wow.
Oh, mate, Wales is perfect, mate. Do you mean it is perfect? Like it is.
Okay.
Right. Before I start, right, I want to give a shout out to Rob Shue. Right. He made a video, especially for one of my questions yesterday. And it meant a lot. It sounded like it come from the heart. It did, and it was a really good watch. I recommend any 49er fan to go and watch it, especially disillusioned ones like me, because it starts off really negative and it ends off in a perfect note. He ends it. Mwah. I couldn't have done a better job myself. But that sort of inspired my story. Can I say a quick 5-minute story, and then I'll be gone. And I don't want to say much. Right, so I want to take you guys back to the 1990s, right? I want to tell you about a Welsh rugby union fan, right? And for 10 years, right, we played in the Six Nations rugby, and we hadn't beaten England for over 10 years, right? And it was nightmare stuff, because when it comes to the rugby, Wales versus England, that's the game. It's like the Seahawks Niners game, that's our game, right? And we lost it for years and years and years. Now, this little rugby union fan, right, he worked in a Reebok factory, right? And he would make Liverpool, come on, the scout says, right? Yeah, he would make Liverpool football jerseys, right? But because Reebok sponsored the Welsh rugby team at the time, he managed to get tickets to one of the Wales games, and he was dreading going. It was nightmare. So we're going to go and we're going to get stuffed, right? So at the time, the Millennium Stadium was being built, and the Millennium Stadium is Wales Rugby Union home stadium. And at the time, we was playing our home games in Wembley, right? So I went all the way to Wembley. Like, Wembley's a dive. The old Wembley stunk. I'm not going to tell you what stunk of, but it was stunk, right?
It's a dive.
So, yeah, right. So, so I went to Wembley, right? The Welsh Rugby Union fan. He went to Wembley with his mate, and he sat there and he saw Tom Jones and Max Boyce sing Delilah in front of 72,000 fans, right? And he watched, right, a moment in Welsh Rugby Union history. These 10 years, guys. Like 10 years he'd waited for this, right? And he was there in the crowd, right? When Scott Gibbs dodged 2 people, boom, boom, like that, right? Plopped the ball over the line, right? It was 32-31 in the last couple of seconds. right? And then Neil Jenkins from like the corner, is it right in the corner? It was like he kicks the conversion, right, and it goes flying over. 72,000 Welsh fans screaming, going mad right there, and we beat them 32-31. So my message is to the San Francisco 49ers fan after watching Rob Shu's video, right, is after the rain comes the sun, right? And we will succeed, right? And after watching Rob Shu's video, I believe it's soon. It's soon. It's coming, guys, right? I can feel it. I can feel it. It's our time, Niners fans. It's our time, right? And I've waited long enough. I've been through so much misery with Liverpool, with the Wales soccer team. 10 years of beating English. I know.
No, wait, you're muted. You're muted. You're muted. No.
Oh, I've done it again, didn't I? I'm sorry, guys.
Right.
I'm sorry.
But
yeah, moral of the story is, right after the rain comes the sun.
There you go. That was the most inspirational story I've ever heard. Thank you. And it was a gorgeous day in Wales.
It is absolutely beautiful. I wish you were here to share it, mate.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, Rob Shu, you're a legend, mate. Thank you very much. Right, see you later, bud. Bye, bud.
Take care. Wow, that was great. We learned a lot. Let me get more people who weren't in yesterday. Chef Tommy.
Oh, what's up?
What's up, Chef?
Sorry, I gotta go outside.
All right.
Good, how are you?
Man,
I didn't know if
I'm awake now. I'm awake now.
Damn, it's sunny, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
Woo. Are you looking snazzy today?
Well, I had to do it for Char Doll. What's going on, man?
So how's the defensive line going to be today? Do you think 2019 was Jesus, I can't see. It was like capturing lightning in a bottle, or are they going to be able to recreate it?
Well, Buckner's gone.
I know.
The thing about it, it's like losing Buckner and replacing him with Javon Kinlaw is rough because Buckner, they're just totally different players, players. And even if Kinlaw improves, he's never going to be what Buckner was. So I don't think they can recreate that type of D line. Now, I don't think they have to because they can play man-to-man coverage, which means they can blitz.
Right.
So I think they can. And he said they want to be more aggressive. So they're still going to have, they still should have a good pass rush, but it's going to be different. I think it's going to be different. You can't replace Buckner. They didn't.
Yeah. But is Ebicom going to replace D Ford? Because I think
he could. Because what did D Ford ever really do? I mean, he was just kind of a fast guy on the other side of Nick Bosa. You could argue that any guy opposite Nick Bosa would have done well. Opposite Bosa, Armstead, and Buckner. So I think, I think Ebicom can replicate what D Ford gave you. Armstead's still there. Bosa's coming back, but is Kinlaw going to even come close to replicating what Buckner did? Because last year he didn't. That's the question.
No. Well, he's
a lot depends on Kinlaw. He's a good run stopper. He's a good athlete. He's just not Buckner right now. I mean, Buckner is on a borderline Hall of Fame trajectory. He's 26. He was just all pro. It's a tough one.
And the best ability is availability. Did he even miss a game?
I can't remember him. I think he missed one last year. Maybe he missed one last year. But he also was all pro last year. And he is only 26 years old. Let me see.
Whoa.
He just turned 27, March 17th. He has missed 2 games in 5 seasons, and he has 38 sacks in his career. He had 9.5 last year. Yeah. So, I mean, just the consistency, the youth, I mean, I don't know. I don't think Kinlaw's going to get there, but if he does, then this D line is once again a monster, just a monster.
I think it's going to be good, but I think that's what we're expecting in 2020, a repeat of 2019. And it just fell short. Even game one, I didn't see a pass rush. Did you? I did, but it wasn't as good as.
Well, the problem I think is that none of the Niners pass rushers are quick enough to track down Kyler Murray. Even Nick Bosa, God love him, he's I mean, who is quick enough to track down Kyler Murray? He's tough.
So. But now they have Trey Lance to kind of replicate him in practice. I think that's what they're going to do.
Certainly.
Josh Johnson.
36-year-old Josh Johnson. Yeah. So look, I mean, I asked at the beginning of the show, do the Niners have a top the top roster in the NFC was 2019 the fluke, or was 2020 the fluke? It sounds like you're saying 2020 was the fluke. I can hear that.
Yeah, and I think they have the best roster in NFC. The only one that scares me is actually well, the Rams offensively look pretty good. Defensively, I think they regressed. It's the Cardinals. They've
added some pieces. Their D line is really good. They got Chandler Jones, Marcus Golden, JJ Watt. Yep.
That's one thing I wanted to ask. I heard they haven't re-signed Chandler Jones yet, and maybe he's asking for money.
I don't know. I have to check that one out. I don't know. I'm not a Cardinal guy.
Yeah, imagine if they lose him.
I know they didn't have him last year. Whose jersey you got there, buddy?
John Chapman. I won this.
Oh, nice. Is that Ayuk or is that Alex Smith?
Yeah,
Quentin Patton.
Ayuk.
Oh, okay. Marquise Goodwin.
No.
Good to see you, Chef. Have a great day.
You too.
All right, take care. David says, how do you see the quarterback playing time allotment in preseason? Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders. Will Lance get a start? Rosen. Oh, man, that's a good question. It's going to be a lot of Garoppolo and Lance. Rosen might get a quarter. I don't think we're going to see a lot of Rosen. I think Rosen's kind of just knows he has to hang around and take what he can get, right? Otherwise, if he gets cut, he ain't coming back. All right, let's go in order. Hey, Chris.
What's up? How's it going on?
Where you calling from again?
London.
That's right. Is that London behind you?
Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Downtown?
That's the Canary Wharf. London doesn't really have downtown.
Okay, I've never been. Got it.
That's like the business. Like there's two business districts because it's it's a huge city. So that's like the other one.
Okay, cool.
So major props to Char Doll for starting off with talking about Christian Eriksen. That was a shocking thing to see on the field, but major props to everyone.
Is he okay?
Yeah, his
what
heart
happened?
His heart stopped. They actually started CPR right away, and then they actually brought out the defibrillator, and he came back after the first defibrillator. But you didn't know that from
he was a flatliner. Oh my God.
From watching on TV, you thought he had died because they stopped the match, and then there was like a shield of players around him.
I saw that.
And
has anything like that ever happened in a game?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, about 10 years ago, a player's heart stopped for like 10 minutes, and they revived him. But yeah, but you didn't know until you saw like social media had photos of him like awake when he went off the pitch. But you didn't know that. Anyways, I wanted to sort of pick up the mood.
That'd be great.
About Kyle and say that.
Okay, yeah.
Do you think the issue, if it doesn't go well this season, this issue about Kyle being inexperienced and surrounding himself with even more inexperienced sort of coordinators could come back to be revisited? I know they're probably not going to get rid of a general manager. I do think John Lynch is a good guy, even though this is his first time as a GM and Kyle's first time as a head coach. But losing LaFleur, losing defensive coordinator, and then sort of promoting from within sort of first timers in the role. I know that Kyle has fashioned himself as kind of the de facto offensive coordinator, quarterback coach, running back coach, and the other guys are just sort of placeholders for him, and he's really the guy that's leading the offense. But I wonder sort of whether you think that Kyle can some amount of control can be released from Kyle. I know that Jed probably thought when he was hiring Kyle, he's also getting his father, and so like you have Mike Shanahan who's kind of like an outside offensive coordinator advisor, and then with John Lynch you have it's like Fox Network. So you have sort of these guys plus sort of their outside friends and advisors sort of helping them in their first time positions. But I wonder whether you think that they will actually have to hire like an experienced offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, even GM sort of in the future if things don't go well with sort of Kyle being the everything and everything of the 49ers.
That was the longest question I've ever heard. It's a good question though. It's a very good question. Let me put it like this. I think this D'Amico Ryans thing is a very interesting thing because they're supposed to be a Super Bowl contender. And I've seen, rookie defensive coordinators who are out of their depth get fired in a year. And we don't know what to expect with D'Amico Ryans. I mean, he's respected. He was a player, never game planned in his life, never called a play in his life. What if he's not good enough this year? What if he's a problem? What do they do? Do they stick with the growing pains and be like, hey, he's going to be really good in 3 years? Or do they say, you know what? You're just not on our timeline. We have an old roster. We're ready to go. It's interesting because the Rams could have promoted from within and they didn't. They hired Raheem Morris. So I think it's going to be interesting to track. They brought in an outsider. They're probably going to change a bunch of stuff. Maybe that's not going to go good for the Rams. The Niners are going to keep things the same. Maybe that'll be good for them. I think the whole D'Amico Ryans thing is going to be like the biggest story of the year. I don't know how to really track it in training camp. I don't think I can. It'll be something we see week one. What's his game plan like for the Lions? What are his halftime adjustments like? I mean, I think that's going to determine really how good the Niners can be, because if he is a problem, then they're not going to go that far. I got to take more calls, though. That's a really good question. Thank you.
Mate. Bye.
Cheers. What's up, Ben? How you doing?
Grant, how you doing? Dude, I feel like I should be more dressed up today. I mean, you're
dude, it's Sunday morning. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I did this for
I've been doing it Monday through Friday. So I feel
you
like
do great. I really think you're doing great, man. No, yeah. God rested on the seventh day. Okay, you should too.
Well, thank you, Grant. I appreciate that. And first of all, thank you to you, East Bay Chris, anybody who supported me. I mean, it really does mean a lot, man. So it's seeing like, I think we cut off for a sec. Oh no,
I'm here. I'm here. No, you're worth it, man. You're really good.
No, I mean, seriously,
that's why everyone likes working with you. Yeah.
Well, thank you. That's very nice of you to say, Grant. Yeah. I don't want to ask you 49ers questions though, because I've been spending Monday through Friday doing that. I have a journalism question.
Okay.
And I'll make it quick. So for you, when you were a young journalist, what do you think that young journalists miss out on when they're trying to connect with players and coaches and form those relationships?
That's a great question. Yeah. What do they miss out on trying to form a relationship with players and coaches?
Or like when you were,
that's a good question. That's a good question.
Yeah. What did you think
don't
you do, right?
There's these group interviews, okay? And that's how usually you get like a player or a coach makes himself available and you go to the locker and you all crowd around and you stick your little microphone in there and you ask a couple questions, but you can't build a relationship with a guy like that in a group interview. You're just kind of one of the faces, one of the arms getting sticking something in. The way you do it is in between those times. So like maybe after the group interview, people disperse, you stay there. And then you go up to them and say, something. If you got something to say, that's when you meet a player. Maybe you talk about something that's not sports. Maybe you talk about a TV show, something that they're interested in. Maybe you can build a relationship there privately. And then you ask for a number. You say, look, I'm never going to call you. But in case something happens, you want to get your side of the story out. Could I have your number? The funny thing with asking people stuff like that, it's way easier to say yes than to say no. Yeah. It's always way. So ask. A lot of times they'll be like, yeah, that's cool. And you'll be like, remember, I'm not going to call you. I'm not going to text you. You're not going to hear from me. But it'd be nice. I want to be a pro. Can I have your number? Yeah. And then with coaches, on the practice field, sometimes you can talk to them. Now, sometimes they don't want to, but if they're making themselves available, take the time, because that's how you get numbers. That's how you build relationships. And if you don't do that, then you're probably going to be the least connected person on the beat. So if you do get into the locker room, there are ways to do it. Linger after the group press conference. That's what I would say. Linger.
Yeah. And I think the other thing that I've been thinking a lot about too recently is, how you can just go and DM players, right? Like there's all that is so new. And especially like just the Instagram, the Twitter of the world. So you have all these different ways to contact these guys. So like, even for me, like, right, with the Florida State guys who I'm covering, the basketball team, I can reach out to those guys on DM because they're my age. So that's stuff that, I've been working on and doing a lot more with. So, I think like what you're saying is super important, but like this upcoming year, this is going to be, I think, my first year in the locker room, hopefully, fingers crossed. Yeah, so nice. I'll be excited for that, but that's all I wanted to talk about, Grant. I don't have anything else, man. Have a great Sunday. Thanks for having me on, man.
Also, I think another way to do it, I'm trying to think like how my dad would do it.
Yeah.
If you do get a one-on-one interview, just if you have interesting questions, a lot of times players haven't been asked interesting questions before. They'll remember you. Word will get around the locker room. Hey, Ben asks interesting questions. Ben's a little different. Ben will keep you on your toes. That's how my dad was. That's what I aspire to be. You can stand out with your questions, and you're very good at that. They'll remember you. If they like the interview, You'll see it. Say people like talking about themselves. That's the thing. People like talking about themselves. Don't forget that, Ben.
No, real quick. I mean, I got to do one interview, and I remember afterwards with the coach who I did it with. I mean, he called me and we talked and like the whole thing. So it's just so, I mean, it's so cool to be doing this stuff. It's like when you wake up in the morning, you're like, is this really what I'm doing this morning? This is what I'm like. The best.
Yeah, I could be going into an office right now getting told to make more cold calls to people who don't want me to call them. Like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Nope. Ben, great to see you, man. Have a great day.
Great to see you, Grant. Yeah, I'll talk to you soon.
All right, see you in a week. It's Waruna time. Hey, Waruna, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Good and just to explain that Gavin story. So in rugby, equivalent to touchdown in football is try. So you get 5 points.
Yes.
Then when you convert, you get 2 points. So altogether 7. But the problem is in rugby, if you score the try in far corner, then the kick is really difficult.
I like that. Yeah, you have to kick it from where you scored it.
Yes.
Right. So you want to score in the middle to get an easier kick, right?
Easier kick. Yeah.
Right.
So that's the difference.
See, my wife is Indian, but she's from Fiji, and the Fijians have that great Fiji 7 team. So I watch a lot of rugby 7s, which is fun. It's like it's a little bit like football. It's very wide open. They run very fast. There's some big collisions, and that Fiji team's really good. Or they win.
Really good. In 7s.
Yes, in sevens. That's right. Yeah.
So I have 3 quick questions for you.
Sure. Go for it. Go for it.
First question. There are 12 teams that have never won a Super Bowl, right? In 2021 season, football gods decide, okay, that team that has never won the Super Bowl should win. Mm-hmm. So what is the team that you are going to choose? And first, there is a rule. You cannot choose Vikings because of Kirk Cousins. You can choose out of other 11 teams. And what is the reason for that?
Okay, I'm trying to think my best. Which team hasn't won a Super Bowl?
Okay,
don't give me the list. Okay.
Bills, Bengals, Panthers, Falcons, Chargers, Titans, Cardinals, Browns, Lions, Texans, Jaguars. I'll say Lions twice because of Don Burr in the chat.
Well, the Titans are a very good one right there. Have the Bills won a Super Bowl?
No, never.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Buffalo. I know Tennessee got Julio, but he missed 7 games last year. Why are we certain that's an aberration for a wide receiver who's in his 30s? I'm going to go with the team that's got Josh Allen, not the team that's got Ryan Tannehill. Buffalo.
Yeah, I choose Buffalo simply because they were lost 4 Super Bowls in a row.
True. They certainly did, which is quite an accomplishment. And the fact, it always kills me that Marv Levy is in the Hall of Fame for losing 4 Super Bowls in a row when a guy like George Seifert or Mike Shanahan or those 2 are not in the Super Bowl, not in the Hall of Fame for
even Roger Craig
winning 2, not just 1, winning 2. Yeah. Now, Flores with the Raiders finally got in, right? Which is, it should have been a long time ago. But I feel like any head coach that has 2 Super Bowls, what more did you want that guy to do? He did it not once but twice. That's the whole point of the sport. Quarterbacks too, man. People always nitpick Eli Manning. Like, what was his number? I don't know. He won 2 Super Bowls. Yeah, how many guys have done that?
Yeah.
How could you be mad at him for that? He had a successful career, 2 Super Bowls, end of story. Now, there's always the guys like Trent Dilfer or Joe Flacco who had that fluke year. I can see that, but 2 is not a fluke. That's how I always felt about it. I don't know.
Yeah. Second question. If you can go back in time, who would be the NFL grade that you want to interview? Anyone. Coach, player, owner, anyone.
Bill Walsh. No question. Bill Walsh. No question. Bill Walsh. I wish I could have interviewed him. Number 2, Al Davis. Wow. Al Davis would be so fun. Are you kidding? Those 2. Bill Walsh. And Bill Walsh, Al Davis died in 2011, the year I started. I just missed. And Bill Walsh died in 2007, I think. Those would have been great. Yeah. I know you wanted me to say a player, but I have interviewed Steve Young. I have interviewed Joe Montana. I never got to interview Bill Walsh or Al Davis. Yeah.
So final question. So you get to be in this, a time travel and be in the sidelines for one of the Steve Young's game, right? What would be the game that you would pick?
Okay, I was such a huge 49ers fan during the Steve Young era. I remember his games. They were all very emotional for me. I felt like the 94 season was really magical, but it was like a child's fantasy. Like everything was easy that year, even except for the Cowboys games. I want to say that the year he beat the Packers in the playoffs with the throw to Owens was magic because I felt like, you know, I felt like that age, I almost felt like they couldn't beat the Packers, and it was always that Brett Favre was always going to make me, you know, cry in January, and that I couldn't, but they were losing. I couldn't believe they came back. I wish I could have been on the field for that game.
Okay. Yeah, I would choose that NFC Championship game against
the Cowboys.
Yes,
the Cowboys. That's a good one too. That's a good one too.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Great. Hey, thanks for grilling me. I liked it. Good stuff.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Okay.
Take care. All right. Hold on. Niners basically have a radio as an offensive coordinator. A radio? What does that mean? I don't get it. What's up, Aaron Joseph?
What's up?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. Totally wasn't playing piano. Anyways, the first thing I wanted to address, I've been waiting to address this all week because I know you've been bringing it up a lot. I'm not even that concerned about the Tavarius Moore injury, mainly because unless something happened that I didn't hear, we still got Tony Jefferson on our roster.
It's true.
Yeah, I was very happy about that move. I really believe Jefferson just earned his spot on the roster thanks to that injury, and also that he can actually be a key contributor once one of our safeties goes down with our luck.
Well, Tony Jefferson was always a hell of a player until he tore his ACL. I don't think he's played since then, but he's had like 2 years off. So did he opt out last year, or was he not healthy last year?
The thing I remember last year was with Baltimore, they basically ditched Earl Thomas because they had Tony Jefferson in their backseat. They just never signed him. They were like, "Oh, he's on our radar. We'd rather have him than you." Because
and again, interesting, the Niners signed Jefferson instead of Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas, his career spiraled out of control real fast. He went from being the greatest free safety of his generation to like unemployable.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then I also wanted to answer. I actually wrote it down here too. My response to us having the best roster. I think we have a very solid roster. The only thing I'm really concerned about is our corner depth in general. I think I like the corners we have. I'm just not sure about their availability. Outside of Verrett, Williams, and maybe Mosley. I also don't think our running back room's as strong. But the one thing I think that really improved this offseason was our defensive line. I'm really excited about the Hurst signing, and I think he could potentially be our best signing this offseason.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he's going to become a crucial part of this defense. I think we got him for 2 years, and then what else do I have? Other than that, I think we have a very solid team. I think we just need a little more depth, but I think we still have a top 10, potentially top 5 overall roster in the NFC.
I see. So you're not as concerned about the durability. You feel like this is a team that kind of had a down year and should pick up where they left off in 2019. That's a fair position, man. I don't know.
If they stay healthy, which I know there's been some injuries this offseason, which is.
I mean, honestly though, in 2019 they had a ton of injuries too. Let's be clear. They lost Staley for half the year. They lost McGlinchey for 4 games, Juszczyk for 4 games, Kittle for 2. They just didn't lose Jimmy really, but everyone else. I mean, they lost Tart for a while, Ford for a while. Bosa played the whole year. Jimmy played the whole year. Buckner played the whole year. Yeah, they had some guys, but they've had this issue. Even if they don't stay healthy, they could go.
So what I'm hearing Grant Cohn say right now, what I'm hearing, this is totally not wrong, is that Grant is saying Jimmy is the answer to us staying healthy. Grant said it, not me.
There it is. There it is. Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
I also want to ask real quick. Are you planning on traveling at all for any of the away games this year?
I am planning on traveling at all. I'm definitely going to the Chicago game, definitely going to Nashville, Seattle and Arizona as well. And I was thinking I might go to Detroit week 1. I'm going to take my wife with me to all the because like it's an extended honeymoon. I was so broke when we got married that our honeymoon was in a motel in down by San Luis Obispo. I forget what he's even called. Anyway, it was a 2-night stay in a motel. That was our honeymoon. It was so depressing that we've been like doing extended honeymoon. So I'm saying I'm taking her on 4 trips and she's not that interested in Detroit. So I might go on my own.
Well, I'm just saying week 14, you guys are coming to Cincinnati. And I
think we might skip Cincinnati. I don't know. I'll see what happens, man. I'm sorry. But if I do go to Cincinnati, I will hit you up and we can play piano.
I will show up with my Color Rush Jimmy G jersey at the game.
Sweet. Everyone's making fun of you calling you Ron Burgundy, by the way, with that little intro, but I thought it was clever. Oh, by the way, totally not prepared. You gonna pull out a flute next?
I can't play flute. I can barely play piano. I'm a drummer. I'm a drummer.
Oh, nice.
I just fiddle around with the keys.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right, man. I'm gonna see you. We got one more?
One more question.
Question?
I was gonna jokingly mention if you ever want to branch out from just sports and you want to start an off-topic pop culture show, hit me up. That's my second nature right there.
All right, man. I'll hit you up. Thank you, Aaron.
No problem. Have a good day.
Take care. Later. Ron Burgundy over here. That's cold. 49er kid. What's up, 49er kid? How you doing, man?
Hi. I'm doing good.
Are you in the master bedroom? Is that your bed?
Nah, I'm on vacation right now.
I'm like, man, I didn't have a setup like that when I was a 49er kid. Anyway, what's up? Where you vacationing? You don't have to tell too much information.
Okay, I'm in Palm Springs.
I like Palm Springs. I was there last month. Palm Springs is nice.
Cool.
It must be hella hot though.
Yeah, it was like 110 yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. All right. Well, so what's up?
So I just had two questions.
Yeah.
Which backup do you think could take a starter spot? Like just outplay them, not injuries, outplay them.
Oh well, Ross Dwelly is definitely going to outplay George Kittle. That's one. No,
okay, I can see that.
Okay, hold on. Let me be. I think this Kevin Givens guy on the defensive line, Kevin Givens, the defensive tackle.
Yeah.
I think he has real potential as a pass rusher. He's a little small. He's like 6'1", 285. So is Aaron Donald. But he's not Aaron Donald. He's a very quick. I think he can be the pass rusher the Niners wanted Solomon Thomas to be. I think he's a better pass rusher than Javon Kinlaw. I don't think he'll take Kinlaw's starting spot, but on third downs, which is what really matters, that could be one. That could be one.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Yeah.
That could be one. Let me think. Maybe Trey Sermon taking Raheem Mostert's spot. That could be another one.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yep. Those are two. Any more that you could think of?
Actually, I have a weird comparison for Trey Sermon.
Sure.
I could see him being a Nick Chubb type. Probably not as good, but like Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb's a hell of a player. So that would be a good pick for them. Hell of a player. Yeah. So Trey Sermon starting over Raheem Mostert just because Mostert's had injury issues. Injured right now. And then potentially not Givens starting over Kinlaw, but platooning with him. Platooning with him for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then my second question, which team in the NFC West do you think has the best linebacking core? And I rank them, I guess I should say.
I would say the Niners. I would say the Niners have the best. The Seahawks have the second best. The Cardinals have the third best. They have two young guys, 2 first-round picks, rookie this year and the dude from last year in Simmons, and then the Rams don't even try. I mean, they just have
they don't have good linebackers.
They don't even try. Yeah.
Hey,
are you Jewish?
No.
Oh man, I thought my Judar. Man, I'm Jewish. I have terrible Judar. My dad would have known. My bad. Anyway, no one's perfect. That's okay. Have a great time in Palm Springs. Say hello to your parents for me. Go do some fun stuff. Although you probably can't leave the house until like 7. What are you gonna do? It gets real hot by like 1:30, right?
Yeah.
It's just
it's like really hot.
Really. All right, we'll go out now until then, and then take a siesta, and then go out for the nightlife.
Okay, I will.
All right, man. See you next time. Hey, Steven, I'm gonna bump Lucas ahead of you real quick because he was trying to get on yesterday. And you're next, Steven. Hey, Lucas.
Hey, Grant. I just want to say I'm a big fan.
What's up, man? I know you were trying to get in yesterday, man. I'm glad you got in.
Yeah, I've been trying to get in for a while. I just didn't know how. I'm not that good.
So how old are you? Where are you from? What's the story?
I'm 15. I just moved from Newark. I lived in Newark until I was 13. I moved to Elk Grove.
Oh, Newark, California to Elk Grove.
Yeah, Newark in the Bay Area, East Bay.
Cool. For sure.
Yeah,
cool.
And I'm a Niners fan too. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So what's on your mind?
So I wanted to know, you know how Jeff Wilson got hurt, right? They need to replace 10 touchdowns. That might be hard. And there's a couple of good running backs in the free agency market. Who do you think? Do you think they should pick someone up? I could give you 3 people that I think. Le'Veon
I have a
Bell.
name, but give me 3 people and tell me, and I'll look them up and see. Le'Veon Bell is 1.
Yeah, Todd Gurley and
Gurley's 2,
and Gore.
I'm gonna say no on Gore. He's 38 years old. I think he's done. Le'Veon Bell. Let's look at Le'Veon Bell. Last year he carried the ball 82 times, averaged 4 yards a carry, scored 2 touchdowns. The year before, he carried the ball 245 times, averaged 3.2 yards per carry, 3 touchdowns. Man, he really hasn't been good since he was 25. In 2017, he carried the ball 321 times that year, scored 9 touchdowns. Was a hell of a receiver. Man, he used to catch. See, that's the thing about Le'Veon Bell. I feel like his value is as a receiver. As a runner, he used to have that patience thing, but I think he's just kind of slow now. Look, the reason I want to say Todd Gurley, I know Todd Gurley's washed up. I know he's washed up. He's got that knee injury. But Todd Gurley is also 26, and he scored 9 touchdowns last year, 12 touchdowns the year before that. Hold on, no. Let me get full touchdown. I'm talking about rushing touchdowns. Total touchdowns, 9 in 2020, 14 in 2019, 21 in 2018, 19 in 2017. So it seems like he could at least be a goal line back, right?
Yeah.
He'd be a goal line back.
But he has like injury issues at the same time, and also like you probably wouldn't be able to get.
I wouldn't give him a lot.
Yeah, they probably have to give him guaranteed money.
Yeah, but you're talking about replacing 10 touchdowns. I mean, he scores touchdowns.
Yeah, and then I had one more question. I know how you think that Jimmy Garoppolo is going to start the season and he's going to get hurt, and then Lance will take over. What would be the worst game for Lance to start in his first career start?
Worst game for him to start in. Oh boy. All right, let me look at the schedule. I mean, what do you think off the top of your head? You got any candidates?
I was thinking maybe week 3 against the Packers.
Yeah, that was the one that came to mind too. That's a tough one.
Yeah,
it's a game you're probably going to lose.
Yeah, I think Jordan Love might be good too, even if Aaron Rodgers isn't there. He's out a year to sit.
Now, I will say though, Kaepernick's debut I think was on Monday Night Football, and it was legendary. So maybe if he's ready, maybe there's no wrong time. I don't know. Maybe having him beat a good team on prime time would cement his status as a quarterback here. Pretty much. Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe there's no. I don't know. Maybe there's no wrong answer there.
And then real quick before I go, if I see you at a Niners game, could I get an autograph?
Dude, my autograph is worth nothing, but yeah, sure. I'll take a picture with you.
I don't know.
I feel weird getting an autograph, man. Are you kidding? But sure, whatever. I'll hook you up. I got you. All right, man.
Thank you. See you.
Take care, man. All right, what's up, Steven?
Yo, what's up, Grant? So I'm doing good. It's Sunday. I'm enjoying food with the family right now. That's
nice.
Yeah.
Holla.
So I want to talk about something that I feel like that might interest you. It seems a little bit against the grain to what everyone's thinking with Trey Lance. But I'm going to talk about your favorite person next to Ross Bowie, and that's Josh Rosen.
Thank you. I was waiting for this.
So everyone's saying like Don Burr yesterday. He said that the Detroit Lions are going to be the first ones to bring out Trey Lance.
He's talking about you, Don Burr. He's talking about you, Don Burr. He's next.
So he said Trey Lance was going to start sooner than we could actually keep Jimmy G out there. He says that the Detroit Lions are going to be the first ones to bring out Trey Lance. I see it as this.
Okay.
So I see it as Trey Lance starting last compared to Josh Rosen. And I say that because Josh Rosen has actually got really good accuracy. His stats with the Cardinals, his rookie year, was over 2,200 yards. And that's with the Cardinals. And only with, and I'm going to be real, only with Larry Fitzgerald. Him in Miami, where he had absolutely no talent, where every time he threw it to someone, like someone's hands, went through them, fumbled it, or got interception, or even fumbled because, the team was bad. I see it as him being with the 49ers gives him a better leverage than he was with the his rookie year in the Cardinals. And I say that because stacking up to Jimmy G, his first year only threw for 182 yards. His 2016 year with New England was 502. And his rookie year with the 49ers, his starting year with us, was only 1,500 yards. So, and I say that with confidence. I think Josh Rosen is going to take Jimmy G's spot if Jimmy G gets injured because let's say if Mike McGlinchey falters, or if, let's say, for instance, we play against Detroit Lions and they've somehow managed to break through our offensive line and he gets smeared.
Mm-hmm.
Only reason why I say that. Outside of that, I don't see Trey Lance starting anytime soon unless it's preseason. And I'm only saying preseason because Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch are going to want to give the fans what they want. What do you think of that?
I think I've been thinking about this a lot. Like, if Garoppolo gets hurt and they feel that Trey Lance isn't quote unquote ready yet, whatever that means, do you just throw him in and say, well, get ready because our season's screwed? Or do you say, no, we're going to stick to the plan, trust the process. Rosen, it's your turn. I don't know. I think I would do that. I mean, honestly, if you feel Trey Lance isn't ready, then he's not ready. Then you play him when he's ready. If that's the issue, it's not like play him when he's ready or when Jimmy Garoppolo gets hurt, because those things are two totally separate things. So if they feel he's ready, then, you know, Rosen, it's not about you. But if he's not, that's why you have someone like that. He's had 16 games starting experience. He's 24 years old. He's definitely a better option than Nate. What's his face? So I think I would lean this way. If they did throw Trey Lance out there, I could understand it. It's like, look, we're not going anywhere. Let's get him some reps. I get it, but they better not ruin the.
And like that goes hand in hand with like how you said, you know, I wouldn't want to start him either, just in case, you know, for whatever reason he seems to kind of, you know, sketchy around his throws. We all know, like, you know, between the latter of the three, the one who could throw the best yards from far away would be Rosen. I mean, the OTA kind of speaks for itself. Granted, he only threw maybe two passes to Trent Sherfield.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it still shows. It shows where he's really strong at. And if you look back to his college games, to his Arizona games, to his Miami games, his worst year was with Miami. And every time he threw to a receiver, it always went through their hands. And we're talking literally in the hand, right through, helmet, right then and there.
I'm just hoping we get a look at Rosen in preseason. It'll be fun. I want to see it. Yeah.
So that's kind
favorite
of
Guns N' Roses song. Favorite Guns N' Roses song. Real quick before I let you go. Favorite Guns N' Roses song.
Say that one more time.
Favorite Guns N' Roses song.
For this?
Yeah, favorite Guns N' Roses song. What's your favorite one?
My favorite song has to be Night Train.
Okay. I'm a It's So Easy kind of guy, but I like that too. All right, man. Have a good one.
All right, man. You take care.
Later. Hey, T-Roy, come back. You were going to be after Don Burr, man. T-Roy, what happened? You just dipped. You mean holla? I don't know the context there. T-Roy, what happened, man? You're going to be next. Don Burr, man. The vet.
Oh, what's up, Cohn?
Oh, what's up? Friendly wager to Niner fans. Okay, where you going with this?
So they I've been in the chat. So basically they told me to call in and make a wager. So just a friendly wager. Now, if Detroit wins this game, I want the timeline or the post to flood with, from Niner fans, Detroit versus everybody. Okay. Now, if the 49ers lose, I will come on here with a 49ers hat, maybe a t-shirt or something, and give you guys props.
Okay.
That's the friendly wager. And I hope that's how confident you are. Seeing this. Say it again.
That's how confident you are.
That's how confident I am. And one quick thing. This guy just left us talking about Rosen. He's making me feel real good about Goff then. Are you serious?
True. There's a lot in common between Goff and Rosen, right?
Oh man, that's not good. That's not good. Well, that's all I wanted though. That's all I wanted to say.
Well, hold on. Before I let you go, I know we talked about it yesterday, but let me just give you some follow-up questions because I like your confidence, but you're not nervous about rookie head coach first game? That's always tough. I mean, look what Shanahan did in his first game. He was terrible.
You know why I'm not nervous? Because of the supporting cast. I mean, you got guys like Anthony Lynn, Deuce Staley. You got John Dorsey. You got
Anthony Lynn's a good coordinator.
I mean, I think you can lean on these guys for experience. You got Dome Capers. I mean, it's so much.
Who's the running back again?
Swift. You got Jamal Williams, the ex-Packer.
Yeah,
I'm not really worried, and everybody keep throwing boats out there. I think Sewell alone. I think we might have to put a tight end over there.
I forgot about Sewell, man. Sewell's good. Yeah, they got Sewell.
You got Decker. I got two of the best tackles in the league. I think I have two of the best tackles. I got one.
And to match up with the Niners, you got to have an elite offensive line, in my opinion. You got to. If you have weak tackles, you're going to get exposed. Yeah.
How do you like Frank Ragnow, the center?
I like him very much. He's excellent. He's terrific. And he's going to be going against Kinlaw. Yeah.
I think we can pull this off. Honestly, I really do. Now I'm just saying for sheer excitement. First time fans are back in the game. First time coach like Dan Campbell, he's going to be electric. The stadium is going to be rocking. I just think with all that excitement and adrenaline on top of the talent we have, we can.
How's the defense? How's the defense though? Tell me that.
I think the defense is going to be better because of scheme fit.
Okay.
I think Matt Patricia with the man coverage and all that stuff. I think Aaron Glenn, Dom Capers can put something together where we can contain you guys. Yeah.
Tom Capers, man, he's always hanging around in the NFC North. Here, the thing of what was I gonna say? Oh, here. This will make you confident. Go check out Kyle Shanahan's track record in Week 1 games. Check out how many points he scored last year, how many points he scored in 2019, 2018. He has a history of starting slow, unlike the other offensive gurus who can come out fast. So I'm saying this could be like a 2021 type of game.
And I'm with that. Now I just want guys to be true to their word. If Detroit wins, I want this timeline flooded with Detroit versus everybody because they're giving me a hard time.
All right. He's putting himself out there, guys. You guys have to agree to this. Good stuff.
And I'm aware a Niners hat or whatever, a t-shirt or something.
All right.
Back.
That's fine.
All right, thanks,
Cohn. His word. All right, take care. All right. See ya. T-Roy just left and he's like, man, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm sorry, T-Roy. Chase.
What up, man? How are you?
I'm great, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. All right, so I'm actually in the car with my girlfriend right now.
Tell me you're not driving.
I'm not driving. She's driving.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so that's why my face cam's not on right now. But
anyway. Flow 49er fan is definitely driving. I can't answer that call until he pulls over because I'll get sued right now. I can see it. I'll give him 5 minutes to pull over. I love you, man. What's up, dude?
All right. So anyway, I wanted to know from a pure journalism perspective.
Yes.
Would you prefer if the Niners had a rocky year and Trey got to play, or would you prefer if Jimmy led the team and they had a great year?
That's interesting. I've covered a lot of losing teams, and I've convinced myself that I like doing it because it's kind of like an opportunity to, I don't know. I mean, a lot of other journalists don't like covering losing, and you can kind of take the center stage and explain why people are losing. But after covering 2019, you get so many more new viewers. Like your hits go through the roof when a team wins. So I would probably make more money if the Niners could stay healthy and win. So I wouldn't be mad either way, but winning would probably be good. I wouldn't be against it.
All right. And my second question is, do you ever get burnt out? Because you talk about the Niners every single day of the week, and I can see how that could get really tiring. So,
yeah, I do get burned out sometimes, and it's kind of scary because I'm like, I have to do this. After the draft, I was burned out. I woke up every day exhausted saying, I don't want to talk about the Niners. The draft is hard. It's 3 days. It's nonstop. And then the week after the draft, I'm usually burned out. But usually maybe not that often, like once a year, I guess. I don't know. I think I need to take a 5 days off. My anniversary is the end of July. So I feel like that's a good time every year to take a week and just chill. So I'm thinking end of July this year, I'll probably take a week off from writing, from posting videos, and avoid burnout because it's natural. It's coming. I can't do this forever. Yeah.
Do you ever wish you covered other sports more?
That's the thing. I mean, no. I mean, like baseball has become so unwatchable to me. Basketball, I like playoff basketball, but I don't really have anything brilliant to say about it. Not that I have anything brilliant to say about football. I like what I do. I guess I would like talking about non-sports things sometimes, which I do on Twitch, and fighting. I like boxing, but the sport is so dead, and I refuse to actually take those celebrity boxing matches seriously. They're dumb. So dumb.
They are really dumb.
So dumb. But it's fun to like go back and watch classic fights from the 70s, 80s, 60s, 90s on YouTube and like talk about them with your dad or something like that. I like doing that. But
your Twitch streams are absolutely my favorite because we don't just talk about 49ers stuff. So
yeah, it's a fun little outlet to talk about new stuff because I just talk about the same things all the time. So yeah, I like the Twitch thing. Good question, man.
Absolutely. All right, thank you, man.
All right, man. Say hello to your girlfriend for me.
I will. Peace out.
That's not really a cool thing to say. I keep trying to say that, but it's not. It comes out wrong. Anyway, good to see you. See you, man. Later. All right. Thank you for pulling over. I really appreciate it. Are you Mike Nolan? You like Mike Nolan? You look like Mike Nolan's brother, man. That's a good look. He's a handsome man.
Okay.
How you
Fair
doing?
enough. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm doing well. And yourself?
I'm pretty good. So where you at?
South Florida.
South Florida.
I wish I could say sunny South Florida, but it's raining right now. So
it'll probably clear up in 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. So
that's true.
But no, I wanted to come on and say, thanks for the great content that you make. I love it. That independent media platform, I think, is going to be definitely the next wave of media outlets in the country. So I think that's awesome. Everything that you do. So,
thanks,
but I wanted to kind of talk to you about the injury thing and maybe add a little bit of different perspective on it. I played competitive soccer and football all the way from like Pop Warner age all the way up to college, and had injuries galore in football and really never in the competitive side of soccer. I know you were a baseball player. And I think a lot of that comes down to the way that football is played and the leverage that you have to play with causes you to get into awkward or precarious positions to tear knee ligaments and ankles and stuff like that, where we had guys all the way through, especially in high school and college when it got really a lot more competitive, that guys were tearing ACLs and MCLs and stuff like that in contact drills all the time. And we weren't on any kind of, professional weight training program or anything else like that, especially not in high school. So I think a lot of that has to do with it. I mean, just the freak injury side of things. But the one thing I do agree with you on when it comes down to the training staff is the soft tissue injuries. These pulled hamstrings, strained quads and calves and stuff like that. That all comes down to your pre-game routine, your post-game routine, and practice the same way. And then also nutrition and hydration. We were very stringent with those types of things in high school and college, especially playing down here in the heat in South Florida. We have, tragic deaths on football fields all the time down here because guys die of heat stroke and heat exhaustion and stuff like that. So,
that happened to a 49ers player. That was when I was in high school, I want to think. That happened to a 49ers player like 20 years ago. The thing that people don't realize, the Bay Area is not that hot. Santa Clara is hot. It's protected from the fog.
The mountain
and
ranges.
It's a very dry heat. It'll be 80 degrees, 85 and hot. It's very hot.
Right. Well, down here it's 94 and 110 with the heat index because of the humidity and everything like that. And you just dehydrate in the matter of, you can dehydrate in minutes down here. But those are the things that I think that the training staff is more accountable for, are those soft tissue injuries, all these pulled hamstrings and stuff like that. And I know you hate Chip Kelly, but that's one thing that he was actually really good at, was his nutritional stuff and hydration. So
that's really interesting. I think the Niners do a very good job of making these players very strong. I mean, look at George Kittle. That's great. Fred Warner too.
And I think too is the strength aspect of things and weight training and stuff like that. It makes you bigger, stronger, all that kind of stuff. But a lot of times that takes away from your mobility. And your lack of mobility can get you hurt just as easily as you not being strong enough to, endure the pounding of an NFL season.
One last point. It seems to me the other thing that's kind of alarming about the practice injuries, I mean, a lot of them are just small nagging things that it's okay. It happens. You missed a week, but a lot of surgeries. I mean, a lot of torn ACLs. Jalen Hurd tore his ACL. Jerick McKinnon tore his ACL. Justin School tore his ACL. Like, those are big time, and they're not all non-contact. It seems like if they could eliminate like the massive surgical injuries that are happening in practice, that'd be a great start. I don't know how you do that.
Well, that's the kind of thing that I was alluding to earlier. It's
just the nature of the sport.
In football, you're really, especially along the offensive and defensive line, you really get in those awkward positions where you're bending and cutting at the same time, and you're just moving awkwardly. And
you have so much force on your knees and your Achilles. All it takes is someone to hit you from the side, or God knows how Justin School got hurt, but I can imagine.
Right. you know. But even like Tavarius Moore with the Achilles, you know, just backing up and going forward, you know, and that thing just pops.
That's how defensive backs warm up every day. It's like, yeah, it's amazing that, I guess it was bound to go. Yeah. Hey, thanks for pulling over to talk. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, it's no problem. I wanted to get on, and I was right down the street from my from where I was going. So, but,
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good one, man.
Thanks for taking the call. You too.
Of course. Take care. I thought he looked like Mike Nolan. Mike Nolan's a very good looking man, though. I mean, maybe it's just the suit that I'm wearing. Hey, man, JRO Duke, where are you going? These people come in and they're like, I'm not waiting more than 2 minutes. I'm out. Fine. I'm just going to hang out with Jose then. What's up, Jose? You've been waiting that long. What's up? What's up, man?
So I wanted to just get your thoughts and discuss the Mike McDaniel conference that he had, I think, like a week ago. Because when I was watching it, the way I kind of interpreted was that he was kind of like another Kyle in a sense of like the big nerd that's not great at like having communications out with big crowds and whatnot.
I think so.
And I thought that was very interesting. I was just like, here comes another Kyle. You know, who just wants to worry about his X's and O's and not have to worry about the people aspect of it.
Yeah, I think that he's got a lot more in common with Shanahan than you'd think. Shanahan's like a taller, smoother version. But they're very similar and in good ways. Very smart.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't have a problem with it as long as you can execute your play call and whatnot. But I just thought that it was interesting that Kyle wanted to keep him because it probably reminded him of him. That's kind of how I was thinking about it. I don't know if that's exactly how it went down when it comes to Saleh taking LaFleur and then keeping McDaniel. Maybe he
I just feel like Kyle is very, very smart, and he can identify other people who are at his level or beyond it. I mean, that's why he hired Robert Saleh and no one else did, because Kyle's good at that. He can recognize it, and I think he has with McDaniel. I mean, he's taken McDaniel almost everywhere with him. It's like,
yeah, he did. I think so.
Yeah, I need you.
Right?
Yeah. Because again, think about what Kyle's doing. Kyle doesn't trust. Hold on. Kyle doesn't trust many people. He doesn't like to delegate, because when you're delegating, you're letting someone else do the homework for you. It's like, you watch the tape, and then I'll come in on Tuesday and I'll look at all the things you've suggested and pick out the things I like. How many people do you really trust to watch the tape for you? For Kyle, It's like just one, his dad, and this guy. So high praise.
Yeah, no, I just like I said, I thought it was interesting. Maybe he thought of him of another version of himself in Mike McDaniel, and that's probably why he decided to keep him over LaFleur.
Yeah, I mean, they present differently, but I think the substance of what they have is very similar. And I wouldn't be surprised if McDaniel is the better play designer. Now, McDaniel's never called a play. That's a different thing. Like the sequencing, setting things up, that's different. But in terms of the design, I think McDaniel might be right there with him, especially when it comes to like run plays.
That's what I was about to say. I think that's the other part of it too, is that McDaniel was the run game coordinator and LaFleur was the pass game, and Kyle, obviously loves
what was better. What was better? Yeah. Exactly. When people talk about how impressive the Niners scheme is, you see clips of the run game. You see the clips of the run game. Yeah.
So
So when they lost LaFleur, is like, see you, dude.
Yeah, exactly. You go ahead.
Peace, man. Yeah. What did you do here?
Because I'm gonna keep running these interesting running plays and doing that, and you can just keep running whatever shotgun and all that fancy.
Right, because what the Niners do is run first, play action second, drop back third. Like their drop back passing game is limited to third down and when they're losing in the second half. Otherwise, they'd be cool just handing it off and faking the handoff all day.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly right.
Yep. Hey, what you got scheduled today, man? You're gonna watch some? I want to watch this game at 12. I want to see what the Bucks are gonna do.
I'm here until 7, but I got it on my phone to where I can watch the pay-per-view stuff or the fights were yesterday, but yeah, today the NBA playoffs.
Did you watch Lamar? Did you watch Lamar beat down on Aaron Carter?
I only. Oh no! I'm talking about the UFC.
Okay, sorry. I was like, man, Aaron Carter, what are you doing, dude? You deserve this.
I didn't even know that was a fight until after it happened. I saw it on.
Me too. I just saw him like coming out like. And then just running away from Lamar Odom. Like, dude, why did you do this? How much did they pay you to embarrass yourself? But I guess his whole career has kind of been sort of like that. I don't know. You remember Aaron Carter? How old are you?
I'm 24. About to be 25.
You don't know about Aaron Carter. Aaron Carter's my age. He's one of the Backstreet Boys' little brothers. Aaron Carter. He's one of the Backstreet Boys' little brothers. He had his own little career for like a minute and a half, and then he was a train wreck. Anyway.
Wow. Okay,
one of my generation's finest. I was looking at him like, man, I hope I never sink that low where I'm in a celebrity boxing match getting my butt whooped
I think that's
by
so
someone
ridiculous,
who's 6'10".
The whole celebrity boxing stuff. I mean, because
I was trying to explain it to my dad. He's so disappointed.
It is because, like, when you grow up watching boxing as a kid and you're a boxing fan and your family comes from being boxing fans and even boxing themselves, it's hard to watch that type of stuff.
It's the sweet science. And now, since they can't promote any of their own stars, they just bring in washed up celebrities to hit each other.
It's ridiculous.
Really
boxing is kind of made me sad the way it's been because the only guy they can really promote right now is Canelo. Besides that, they're having trouble finding the next big
And it doesn't seem like Canelo's like making people money on pay-per-view. Like, he's not a big draw. No. I saw him fight once 5 years ago against Triple G, and I wasn't impressed. I thought it was a straight up draw, but he won. No, I thought he lost. I think it was a draw. And but that was like 5 years ago. So I don't know. I haven't watched it since. I watched Tyson Fury fight the other guy. The other guy wasn't that good.
Wilder's trash. Tyson Fury is more based on technique, and he would have won against Wilder the first time they fought, but I think his wife had just gotten off of cancer, and his mind was elsewhere.
He got caught by that one right that Wilder throws. But yeah.
And also the other problem with boxing too is like all the these up and coming fighters, all their the way their careers are set up and the trajectory is all kind of the same. You fight, guys that are listed for a while, then you get an inflated 15-0 record, and then when you finally fight someone that's like legit, then you have a draw or you lose, and then it turns into a trilogy. It's just I don't know. It's all these boxing careers ever since Floyd Mayweather came in. It's kind of all been like the same.
Yeah, ever since Floyd made it cool to duck the number one contender for 10 years, I can't. It's like I can't take that, man. And then he finally fights him when he's like 40 years old. Dude, get out of here. Anyway, I gotta take some more calls, but it's always a pleasure.
Yeah, have a good day, man.
All right, well, you too. Dang, man, what's up, Jaden?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Pretty good. I'm pretty excited. It's my first call.
Where are you calling from? How old are you?
I'm 18. Just turned 18.
Nice.
And I'm in Modesto.
Sweet, dog. That's cool. Cool.
So I seen. I'm actually blind, just so you know. So if I can't,
okay.
Yeah, if I'm not looking at the camera, that's why.
Okay, good to know.
So
my grandfather was blind.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was on Twitter and I think it was on Twitter at least. I seen Raheem Mostert post something about he just wants to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, do you think that has anything to do with maybe him eventually leaving the 49ers?
It's an interesting thing. It's an interesting peek into his psyche, right? I didn't know he was aspiring to be a Hall of Famer. He's almost 30 years old and he hasn't played that much in the NFL. So I guess it was I didn't really take it seriously. Were people making fun of him on Twitter? I don't know.
No, my brother just brought it up to me. I was like, yeah, maybe he wants to leave, or I don't know, because I think he could have a good future in a scheme that utilizes the elusiveness and the speed of him.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think he's tough enough to be so physical because his injuries. So
I think I'm with you. What is he really saying? It seemed like last year he wanted to start, he wanted to raise, he wanted to prove that he's a full-time starting running back. And if the Niners won't give him that opportunity, maybe he will leave. That's a good point. Maybe this is last year here.
What team do you think he would end up going to if he did leave?
Well, any team that runs a variation of the 49ers offense could use him. Any team that has a good outside running scheme with a very good blocking tight end could use him because, I mean, he averages 5-6 yards a carry running straight. All he does is run to the sideline, and he's the fastest running back in the league. He can get there without making any cuts. I mean, what's wrong with that? So the Jets, the Vikings, imagine him on the Chiefs. How about that? That speed, him and Tyreek on the same field. They wouldn't use him the same way, but they could throw screen passes to Raheem Mostert. I think a lot of teams would like Raheem Mostert. That speed is killer.
Well, if if I remember correctly, I think it was the Bengals game in 2019 where he had it was his first play of the game, and he had like a 39-yard touchdown from a screen.
That's right. That's right. So I think, imagine him on the Chiefs. The Niners shouldn't just let him go away, because I think a lot of teams need that kind of speed. Who doesn't? Sure. Who doesn't? Yeah. Yep.
And then we replace that speed with Elijah Mitchell anyway, if he can produce.
True. I think that's another indicator that the Niners probably don't expect to re-sign Mostert next year. When you draft a second running back and he's got a similar skill set, I think that's probably an indicator.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I like that Trey Sermon pickup that we did in the draft. I was very high on that.
High. He's looked good so far in practice. He's bigger than the rest of the running backs. He's a good receiver too. I think he just needs to stay healthy, but he's very encouraging.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Absolutely, man.
I think he can replace Jeff Wilson Jr. for sure.
I think he definitely can replace Jeff Wilson Jr. in a lot of ways, as a receiver, as a running back. But Jeff Wilson was just so effective at the goal line. And I'd like to see if Trey Sermon can do that too, because he didn't score all the – I'm just curious. I don't know if Trey Sermon can or if he can't. That's what I want to see, because if he can't, then the Niners need to bring in someone to replace that aspect in their offense, the goal line back. Those touchdowns.
Well, would Wayne Gallman be good for that situation?
He could. I'd like to see him in a game. I haven't watched much Wayne Gallman at the goal. I'll have to look at those clips and get back to you on that, because they need to replace that. Maybe it's Sermon, maybe it's Gallman. I'll look. Good call.
Trey Lance will definitely fix it.
Yeah, how about Trey Lance? How about him? He's 6'4", 230. Yeah, that'll work.
My brother was saying, let's get Justin Fields. I was like, no, do not get him.
I think the Niners made the right call. You think so too?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I just think, like, the way I look at it, everyone, when they scout quarterbacks, they're focused on what he does in the pocket. But I think the way the NFL has evolved, there's not really a much of a pocket on any play. It kind of collapses immediately. And what you need is a guy who can make plays once that happens, because it happens like 60% of the time. And I think Fields really wants to stay in the pocket and be a pocket quarterback. And when things break down, I don't trust his instincts. When things break down for Lance, he makes good decisions, whether it's run or throw the ball away or, extend the play and find a guy down the field. He doesn't turn the ball over. I think he's got that ad-libbing ability that Kyler Murray has, Russell Wilson has, and that's what makes quarterbacks special these days. I mean, Tom Brady can't do it, but he's one of one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking at not really stats wise, but like physicalness wise, like the way they're built. I was looking at DeAndre Hopkins compared to Brandon Ayuk, and their height and their weight, they're pretty close.
Interesting. That is interesting. They both have very long arms too, and Ayuk's faster.
Mm-hmm.
Good call. All right, Jaden, I got to take a couple more calls, but it was really nice to meet you, and thanks for calling in, man. You're always welcome.
No, man, for sure. I've been watching for, I think, about a year now.
So. Oh, I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, man.
All right, man. Take care.
Peace out, man.
Peace. That was a great call. Jose says, how to follow you on Twitch. Having a hard time finding you, and also, who is your GOAT boxer? Oh, man. That's a good question. Let me get back to you on the GOAT boxer. I want to think about that. On Twitch, it's twitch.tv/realgrantcohn. Twitch.tv/realgrantcohn. If you want to get in the Discord, you got to subscribe, and it's free if you have an Amazon account. So let me know. I can DM you with the info. David.
Hello.
How you doing? Hey.
Great. I'm in South Korea.
Oh, wow. What are you doing in South Korea?
3:30 in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm still awake.
What are you doing awake?
I just can't sleep tonight.
Fair enough. Do you live out there, or are you working out there?
I'm working, and I've lived here for 17 years.
Oh, wow.
So,
cool.
And I just wanted to make a couple of comments. One, I liked when you criticize the 49ers. I like when you give the harsh feedback.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's good. The other thing I was going to say. No.
Okay,
no.
Thank you. Okay.
I've been only been watching your program about a month or so, and I've got hooked to it.
Oh, cool.
But the other thing I was going to say is the new long opening you've done.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Oh, okay. It's only for the live streams. It's not for the short ones.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't like that. I don't like it's just too
much.
Too much.
It's too much. Fair enough.
It's just crazy. So anyway, I'm looking forward to the season and just things working out well, but I'm not too happy about those injuries. I know that you were really hard on them about that, and I really do think that they do need to be criticized for that because 2 injuries in a day, that's ridiculous.
I think so. And again, I'm not trying to fire Kyle Shanahan. I'm just trying to make the issue an issue so they fix it. If I bring it to the forefront and keep harping on it and be obnoxious, maybe they'll fix it. I'm trying to be obnoxious for you guys.
Yeah. Okay. All
David,
right.
go to sleep. What are you doing?
Okay.
Go to sleep, David. It's nice to meet you. You're always welcome to call in. But go to sleep. You got work tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Take care. Jacob and Matthew Rios. Oh, what's up? How you doing, man?
Hi.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
What are you up to?
Just playing around.
Just playing? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you
playing Mortal Kombat?
Playing Mortal Kombat? I used to love to play Mortal Kombat when I was a kid. Are you playing with Sub-Zero or Scorpion or Raiden or Liu Kang?
I'm actually playing with Noob Saibot. I just won very hard.
Noob Saibot is still in the game? Do you know how we got his name? Because the people who made the game's last name were Boone and Tobias, and they turned it around and called him Noob. That's the truth. The people who made that game, their last names are Boone and Tobias. They flipped it, and that's the guy's name. That guy was the best. He was like the dark Scorpion, right? And he could kind of like disappear, if I remember correctly. Dark Scorpion. He like the black, because they all kind of had that little ninja outfit, and Scorpion was yellow. Sub-Zero was blue. Reptile was green, and then Noob Saibot is black, right?
Uh-huh.
Boom. You're gonna win. I think you're gonna win.
Thank you.
What are you playing on? Are you playing on like a Game Gear from 1998? What is that? Is that a Nintendo Switch? What is that?
Nintendo
I'm
Switch.
interested. Nintendo Switch. So you can play old school games on Nintendo Switch. That's cool. I gotta get me one of those. I'm trying to play that.
I'm playing Mortal Kombat 11. The newest.
11? Man, I feel old now. 11? Okay, all right. Dang, how old are you? 11?
9.
9. Okay, cool. That's cool. Well, you're very grown up. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? You got a nice son, man. You got a nice son.
You want to come in?
He's killing it.
Can I? Yeah.
We're just talking about Mortal Kombat a little bit, but yeah, what do you want to talk about?
I'll let him. He wants to ask.
All right.
Me and my mom are big Jimmy Garoppolo fans, and we think that he'll lead us to the playoffs. What about you?
Hey, if he stays healthy, he looked better this year than he's ever looked. He's been on the team for 5 years. If he stays healthy, why not? Why not? I say so.
Yeah, he was doing pretty good. He wasn't even hurt one game.
It's true.
I mean, yeah, 2 years ago.
You're absolutely right. Last year he got hurt. Maybe it was a fluke. He was good the year before. Why can't he be good this year? I'm with you.
And we have new players. Our players are coming back, so this year we should be better.
He's never played with Kittle and Ayuk and Debo at the same time. How about that? Yeah.
Oh yeah, my dad's taking me to San Francisco in July.
Oh, nice. Have a great time. That'll be a lot of fun. That'll be a lot of fun. You love your dad? You love your dad?
Yeah.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy. He calls in all the time. Don't give him a hard time. He means well. You seem like a good kid, though. He always calls on here and says what a good kid you are. I don't know if you knew that. He's proud. Very proud. That's why he put you on the show, because he knew you were ready. And you did a great job. I want to say.
Thank you.
All right, man. Have a great weekend. See ya. All right. That was wholesome. That was just so wholesome. What's up, Chewy? Where's your kid?
What's up, man? How's it going?
What's up, man? Where's your kid?
They're at the swimming pool right now. I'm working. They're at the pool.
That's what's up.
I appreciate the shout out on Discord. She was actually, or I mean on Twitch. She was actually in the hospital for a couple of days. Had some tonsil issues,
Oh, is she all right?
going on. Yeah, so she's good now. She's swimming, man. She's at the swimming pool.
Okay, cool. Well, good. I'm glad to hear that she's better. Okay.
I appreciate the shout out. She has a little bit of a crush on Grant Cohn. She's
Shut up.
She's 16, man.
up.
She's 16, and she has a little bit of a crush on Grant Cohn. So you could say, "What's up, Roxy?" again, and I'll show it to her.
All right, man. What's up?
So, yeah, I kind of want to talk about, I guess, the topic at hand. 2 weeks ago, I brought this up and I got bashed. Like, my takes always get bashed, Grant. Like, people get mad.
That's how you know they're good.
When you talk, facts, people get mad.
Get mad when you say the truth, man. When it hits too close to home, that's when they get mad.
So, I brought up Jimmy Garoppolo and I said, hey, Kyle Shanahan doesn't win without him. And then everybody attached to the Jimmy Garoppolo thing. Oh, he's a Jimmy lover and this and that. I'm not even that big of a fan of Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, I think he's a serviceable quarterback. But my whole point of bringing him up was like, how good of a team do the 49ers actually have? How good is the roster? Because, you take one variable out and it kind of crashed and burned. So when this stacks up in our division right now, I think our division is like going to be pretty leveled out. I see like every team in our division, I think, is going to be either 7-9 to 10-11 wins at the most, or 7-10 to 10-11 wins at the most. So who's to say 49ers are going to even win the division when it's that close? We have.
How good is this roster? I don't know the answer to it. It's a tough question because it's like, if Jason Verrett gets hurt, how good is this roster? Right? If they lose Nick Bosa for the year again, how good is this roster? Now, if everyone's healthy and they all say, yeah, it's a great roster, but it's precarious.
So you have to look at it like potential versus actual, Potentially.
It has the potential. Yeah.
Yep. But what are they actually? I mean, we're talking about injuries all over again. Here we go again. Every single year, injuries all over again. This is part of our roster.
No one crucial has gotten hurt. Now, that's a crass thing to say, but if you're talking about wins and losses, no one crucial has gotten hurt yet. But again, it feels like a pattern. It almost feels like when's the next one going to come?
You said it right there. Nobody crucial has gotten hurt yet. Yet.
And you know what? They were going to have minicamp this week. If maybe the fact that they won't, if they had minicamp this week, how many more people would get hurt? So at least we know, T-Roy, you're next. Don't you dare leave. At least we know that no one's going to get hurt next week. That's good. We should have a counter. Days since a 49ers player has gotten injured in practice. It's been 6. Oh my God. And now, of course, they haven't practiced since then, but 6, that's a good day. And now I have an official practice injury tracker on Sports Illustrated that I'm going to update every time someone gets hurt. And honestly, I don't have Travis Benjamin on it, Maurice Hurst on it. There's more guys. So I'm going to try to be nice, but I'm updating that. I'm trying to make this an issue until they fix it.
So I'm saying, like, the way you got to track their actual how good this roster is you got to take injuries into account, because this is a permanent thing that keeps happening. So you got to say, is 60% of the games with our starters in there better than 80 or 90% of the other teams in our division and in the NFC West or the NFC total? So I'm saying, like, that's how you have to rank the 49ers at this point. Is you can't say, hey, potentially they're the best roster in the NFC. You got to say, what are they actual? And when you look at the actual, you have to say, okay, they're only going to be healthy 65, 70% of the games.
They're the second oldest roster in the league, and every single one of their key players has injury concerns. That's what the Niners are. So they definitely can put it all together.
I mean, I think they're a 10-win team regardless. But that's because they could potentially be a 13, 14-win team, but they're going to be a 10 to 9-win team because they're not going to be healthy all year.
So if you want basically that's the realistic projection.
If you want to actually rank them, that's where they are, Grant.
Yeah. Take the realistic projection and -2 wins. Yeah. Yeah.
I was on this 2 weeks ago, man. And this happens a lot. Like, I changed the narrative around the country, Grant. I'm taking credit for that.
You're just really good at this. You're really good at this. I mean, you change my narrative every time.
Right. I mean, guys, I'm really good at this. So follow Chewy and Alejandra. YouTube. Right. Twitter, Twitch. We got it all. Grant over there is making us like do everything.
Thank you, man. I gotta go. I gotta take T-Roy. He's been waiting for about an hour, but it's good to see you. T-Roy, you got make sure you're pulled over, man. I'm telling you, you gotta be pulled over. I think he is, but Chewy, I'll see you in a minute.
All right, see you
later. Chase says, Grant, you ever plan to have kids? Because damn, you're great with them. Yeah. My wife is 2 years younger than me, so she's I'm not pushing her, but eventually we'll have some kids. Yeah, absolutely. All right, T-Roy. Sorry I made you wait, man. How you doing?
Grant, what's up, man?
What's up, man? Where you calling from?
I'm in Austin, Texas, bro. Originally from South Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, but I'm in Austin, Texas.
I see you got the kids in the back seat too. What's up? How you doing?
Yeah, I got my son. Hi.
Hey, man. Hey, good to meet you.
So I was driving to go pick him up earlier. I'm running some errands, just getting some curbside delivery.
Nice.
Nice. But didn't really have anything 49ers related for you. I just wanted to let you know that you do a great job, bro. And
man. Thank you.
I make sure I keep up with all the streams. They're very entertaining, and I'm a big fan, man.
Thanks, man. How long you been watching me?
I started I guess late 2019.
How'd you find me?
Just random Facebook, random YouTube,
cool.
whatever, and you popped up, and I kind of had to learn you because some of your takes are pretty snarky, and sometimes you're sarcastic, and I don't know if you're like serious or not, but I mean, I love it, man. I'm a big fan, like I said. So,
thanks, man. If I'm ever out in Austin, maybe I can hit you up. I've never been to Austin before. You like Austin? How long you been there?
Austin's nice, man. I've been here for about 20 years. Austin's
cool.
real nice, man. Yeah.
All right. Well, where you guys headed to now?
We just picked up the curbside delivery. We're going home right now and about to just watch some basketball, chill out for the rest of the day, and that's about it, man.
Yeah, game starts in 15 minutes. I'm gonna watch that too. Who you want to win? Do you care?
Yes, sir.
Do you care who wins this one?
I'm a Heat fan, and we got eliminated early, so I don't really care much for Giannis and the Bucks. I would like them I wish they would have got swept, but they did get one game. But like I said, I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm just watching just to watch, bro.
All right, well, go have a good day with your son, man.
I want to also say to all the Cohn phone appearance guests, they're all awesome. I enjoy their takes and things of that nature. I'm waiting on another eye test. You and eye test.
I'll hit him up. Eye test kind of lays in the cuts. Like a lot of people hit me up to do shows. Eye test kind of is, he'll let me come to him, but whenever I come to him, he's down. So I can't forget about eye test because he's good. South Florida guy.
I got you. Yes, sir.
All right, T-Roy.
And can I give Can I give a Cohn phone MVP?
Of course.
I've been watching, like I said, it's my first time calling in, but I make sure I watch every Saturday, every Sunday. I work every Saturday, so I don't really get to call in. Sundays I'm with the family, but a me in a dream, that cat right there is special. He's special, right? Man.
He going places.
Yes, sir.
13 years old.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I love him.
I'll tell him you said that, man. Thanks a lot.
Take care.
Take care, T-Roy. All right, last call of the day. Sky.
Yeah, what's up, Grant?
Yeah, where are you calling from? What's your
Oregon,
name?
Southern Oregon.
Southern Oregon?
Yeah.
So is it like Ashland? Where are you talking?
Not that southern. Medford, so about
I got you.
miles north.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. How old are you?
27.
All right, man.
I got a baby face, man. Can't grow up.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, right. I know you got that little swirl you talk about sometimes.
It's bad. It's bad. Okay.
I take it, but what can I do? All right, so weird. Sorry, that's my 3-year-old. He's a mom.
Hey, he's trying to say something too.
Yeah, you're probably smarter than me. Okay, so I got a weird question, kind of. So everybody not everybody, but a lot of people hate on Jimmy Garoppolo for the injuries, which is, like you say, the best thing you can do is be available. Now everybody loves Kittle, everybody loves Bosa. I mean,
are they not the same?
Yeah. I don't understand.
How come Jimmy gets all this crap for being injury prone, but George Kittle's just going to bounce back?
Yeah,
he feels the same way. I know he's upset.
Yeah, and I'm not a big Garoppolo fan. Like, I'm not defending him. I don't know. I don't see what.
I think it's a good example of when fans turn on a player, they look for reasons.
Yeah.
And when fans like a player, they won't use those reasons. So Bosa and Kittle are key parts of the future. So we're not going to talk about their injuries. Like, well, don't go there. But Jimmy's been replaced. Trey Lance is the future. So now you're going to justify that and be like, well, Jimmy just can't stay healthy. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. It's a double standard. It's a double standard. Yep.
I don't get it. I don't get it one bit.
And who's to say that Jimmy won't be the one who bounces back this year? Jimmy plays quarterback. Kittle plays tight end. Kittle broke his foot running.
Yeah.
Jimmy got hurt. Jimmy got hit. Maybe Jimmy plays the whole season this year and Kittle doesn't, but Jimmy's the one who's got the injury issue, right?
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, and the stats, our record says when he's in, we win. So I don't know. I'm not a big Jimmy Garoppolo fan. I don't think he's very clutch. I think he's scared, but still, I just don't see the difference. Like,
I'm right there with you. I'm not a big Jimmy Garoppolo fan, and I think he's serviceable plus, but I think the Niners have really scapegoated him since the end of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And maybe that's not fair. I mean, let's see what you can do without him.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. I'm a huge fan, man. I'm a huge fan.
Thanks,
we watch all the time. My 3-year-old watches. Whenever I have a 1-year-old too, and whenever he's getting fussy, I was like, all right, we got to put on Grant Cohn, and it puts him to sleep sometimes.
That's great, man. Hey, when he's 5, he can call in, but not a minute before then. All right.
Gotcha.
All right, Sky. Good to meet you.
Grant.
All right, take care. There's one more dude chilling with his camera off. I'm gonna see if he's here. Are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hello. What's up, man?
Hello. Hey, how you doing? Grant?
Good. Where you calling from?
I'm from Detroit. I'm calling from Detroit. I was originally born in Sacramento, California.
Okay, so you a Niner fan or a Lion fan?
Niner fan.
Okay, because we had a Lion fan calling earlier.
Yeah, that's the thing I was gonna tell you about. Lions owner, the owner, she took over from her husband. She can't really make calls. Like she can't make decisions on the team. So if we lose to the Lions, then future's bleak for the Niners.
It's bad. Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah. So, and
it's not like losing to Arizona like last year. Arizona's a good team. This Lions team.
Yeah, this is a rebuild team. This is it would be bad.
Yeah, their best player was Matt Stafford, and now they have Jared Goff. Yeah, I mean, I think it's fair to be skeptical of them.
Matt Stafford's the one that carried them to win most of their games.
All right, they'd be losing, and he'd bring them in the comeback every time. He did it. He almost did it against the Niners 3 years ago.
Yeah,
almost did it.
Now that they don't have Matt Stafford, I don't know with the new coaching staff of what they're gonna do, if they're gonna be any better. But from the history of it, I doubt it.
Yeah.
Another thing I want to tell you, keep up the good work. I discovered you this year. You do really good work. Love it.
Thanks, man. Hey, man. Well, next time call in. Show your face next time.
All right, for sure.
All right, man. Take care.
That
was a wholesome show. That was a great show. Everyone, you guys were terrific. Char Doll, that dude came on with shades, man. You gotta love that. Can we get a Char Doll progression of his first call to his most recent call? I mean, it's amazing. It's freaking amazing. It was great. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone. I'm glad I could take everyone's call for the second day in a row. I hate telling 4 people sorry. So I didn't have to do that today. And this game is going to start in 10 minutes. Let's go watch it. I'll be at home doing some work. But thank you, guys. And I'll be back tomorrow with Botan in the morning, Bish in the afternoon, and a little Twitch in between. So I'll see you guys in. Holla! See ya.